In the previous video, we have seen what a linked list is and how to work with it in Java. So this is completed. In this video, we will see what a hash set is. We have seen this picture in the previous videos and we have covered array list and linked list under list interface. In this video, we will cover hash set under set interface. So what is in hash set? A hash set is a class implemented from set interface in the collections framework. So how do we define an hash set? A hash set, it is defined just like any other list like array list or linked list. So what we have to do is first we have to write hash set and then give a name to this set. So let's say I am giving HS equals to new hash set. So this is how we can declare a hash set. If we want to limit this one to accept only a particular kind of objects like string objects or integer objects, then what we have to do is hash set of, in Angular brackets we have to mention it as string HS equals to new hash set string. So this is how we have to define this one. Now, as we have seen it in the previous video, whenever we are trying to create an object of a class that is implemented from an interface, then we will create the object of the type interface. So instead of hash set, we will write like set here. So we can do it in these ways. Now let us see an example on this hash set, and we will use different methods like adding elements to the hash set and checking if the hash set is empty or removing an element. So what are the methods we have used in the array list and linked list? Let's use those same methods on the hash set as well. So let's see an example. So I'm creating a new class here under collections framework package. So new class, and I will say hash set example. The class name is hash set example, and I am using the main method. Click on finish. Now here I will create a new hash set first. So hash set of string HS equals to new hash set of string. Okay, now we have created a hash set. So now it is showing some error. So just move the cursor over that error and it will show that we have to import hash set. So let's import hash set. Okay, the hash set is imported. Now first let's see if the hash set is empty. There is a method called isEmpty, and using that method we can check if a set is empty or not. So for that one, what we have to do is hs.isEmpty. So this is the method we have to use, and this returns a boolean value. That means if the set is empty, it will return a true value, otherwise it will return a false value. So let's print this one. So I'll say system.out.println and then I'll put it here. So let's run this one. It should print true because we just created the hash set and we haven't added any elements. So run as Java application and it is printing true. That means the hash set is empty. Now let's add some elements to the set. So we can use the same method, which is add method. So I'll say hs.add of, I'll say Subbu, and then so I'll change this one Subbu, Selenium, and then Java, and then tutorials, subscribe, YouTube channel. So I have added these elements. So let's print the hash set. So we can directly print it. So sysout hs, and now let's run this one. Run as Java application, and it is showing all the elements that we have added in the hash set. Next one is, we have already discussed this one in the previous videos, the difference between a list and a set. List is an ordered collection. That means it maintains the order we add the elements into the list. But a set is an unordered collection. It doesn't maintain the order. So if you see this here, first I am adding the element Subbu, but it is not returning the first element as Subbu. It is somewhere the sixth element it is returning as Subbu. Similarly, Selenium, if you see, we have added it as a second element, but here it is returning it as third element. That means it doesn't maintain the order. It maintains its own order. It doesn't maintain the order that we added the elements into the set. Okay, that's one difference you have to remember. The other difference between a list and a set is, a list allows duplicate values, but a set doesn't allow duplicate values. And if you try to add a duplicate value, it will simply ignore that one. So let's try this one. And I am saying hs.add, I am adding Subbu again into this, and let's print this one. Sorry, this is not add all, this is add. So let's print this one. I am printing the list again, and let's run it. Run as Java application, and you can see that it is printing Subbu only one time here, even though we added it twice, once here and the other place is here. We added it twice, but it is still showing it only one time. That means it doesn't allow duplicate values. A set doesn't allow duplicate values, and if we try to add a duplicate value, it will simply ignore that one. Now let's check if a set allows null values. Okay, so I'll say hs.add, and I am trying to add a null value. That means I am not entering anything. Okay, let's print this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that it is allowing null values. So a set allows null values. And the next thing is printing, finding the size of the set. So we can find it using dot size method. So system.out.println, the size is plus hs.size. So let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that the size is 8. So using size method we can find the size of a set. Now how to iterate over a set, that means how to loop over a set. So we can use either an enhanced for loop, which is a for each loop, or we can use iterator. Now let's look at the for each loop. So for the type of the elements is string. So for string I am just giving some name as a, and then the set name is hs. Now I can print out each element as system.out.println a. So using the for each loop we can print out the elements of a set. So run as Java application, and you can see that it is printing all the values like YouTube, and then this is the null value that we have added, and all the other elements. Similarly, we can also use an iterator. So first we have to create an iterator object. Iterator itr equals to, so the list name is hs.iterator. So we have created an iterator object, and it is throwing some error, and it is saying that we have to import iterator. So import iterator. Now we have to create a while loop here. So the while loop is while itr, the iterator, has next, then system.out.println itr.next. So this way we can print out all the elements of a list. Let's comment this for loop for the time being. Okay, let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that it is printing all the elements of a set. Now let's remove an element from the set based on value. So we can use hs.remove method. So remove, and then we can use the string. So which is Subbu. I am removing this one. Now system.out.println hs. So I am printing this set. So let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that Subbu is gone from this set now. So using remove method, we can remove an element by using the element name. Now let us check if the particular set contains a particular element or not. Let's check if the set contains Java or not. So we have contains method for that one. So we can say if hh.contains, and I'll check it for Java. So this contains method returns a boolean variable. So then system.out.println, just say we'll just print it as true. If not, else we'll say system.out.println false. So this is not hh, but this is hs. The set name is hs. Okay, now let's run this one. Run as Java application. Proceed, and you can see that like it is printing true. That means the set contains Java. So these are some of the methods that you can use for sets. In this video, we have seen what a hash set is and how to define that one, and we have seen some of the methods for the hash set also. If you want to download the document for this one, you can go to my repository at github.com/subbustack and then go to Selenium-Java-tutorials, and this particular tutorial starts with 23i. So this is the document, which is collections framework hash set, and you can download this document. In the next video, we will look at maps, and we will look at a particular map called hash map.